so fucking funny. All right, I'm gonna bring up your next comedian. She's been here before. Last time she was here, she fucking killed it. And we were like, please come back and do our show. And please make it really loud for Adrienne Price!
Yes! Oh, you're fucking sexy, y'all. Oh my goodness. I love Manhaters. I love the crowd. I love doing street harassment jokes at Manhaters because as soon as I start them, I can just hear 150 feminist buttholes just like. So I was walking out of the library recently and this guy came up to me. He starts yelling at me. He's like, hey you! Hey you! You got pink hair, but you can't even produce a baby. I was like, first of all, that is logically and scientifically untrue. Second of all, you spend your days yelling at women on street corners. You, my friend, can never produce a fucking baby. That is what we should be discussing here. Good Lord. So I ran into a good buddy of mine recently, a very supportive friend. He was like, Adrienne, you should really apply for this job at this school in San Francisco because they're looking to improve their diversity. And I was like, oh yeah, I see why you would say that because I'm trans and a woman, but I'm also just a total shit stain of a human being. So I don't know if they specified in the job description if they just wanted any old trans woman off the street or they wanted someone with actual moral fiber because let me tell you, I am one primo douche canoe. But I am very trans, so maybe it's worth it. I'm not actually a douche canoe, ladies. That may be the worst come on I've ever delivered, but unfortunately not the worst that I've received. Several years back, I was in group therapy, and on the first day of group therapy, they tell you, all right, number one rule of group therapy, you may not fuck anyone in group therapy. And immediately I just like lock eyes with this woman across the room. Just a little... Because there is nothing sexier than being told you're not allowed to have sex with someone in group therapy. Fucking aphrodisiac, that shit is better than oysters. So, this was before that I was out to the world as trans. But I eventually did bring it up in therapy. And then I ended up going on a walk with this woman afterwards, and she was like, you know, I don't really get that trans thing. Do you want to, like, cut it off? And I was like, well, eventually, yeah, I hope to. And she's like, you're not going to cut it off tonight, are you? I think that would be medically unadvisable at this point. So fast forward to the morning after. Now some of you in this room, perhaps some of you who are cheering, have had the experience, and you know how fucking horrible it is to be used as a human dildo. Unless you're a cis straight man, in which case you don't even know that it happened to you. And let me be clear, friends. If you use a cis straight man as a dildo, that's called feminism. Okay? Thank you. Oh, good Lord. So, I have this credit card that I use exclusively to make ransom payments for the captors of my unborn children. I'm talking about the sperm bank. Some of you may know, but just in case you don't, some trans women bank their sperm before they physically transition if they want to have biological kids later. I did that in Boston. I received a postcard the other day from the Cryogenic Center of Boston, and it said, "This letter is to inform you that we have moved our offices from Brookline, which is one neighborhood of Boston, to Brighton, which is another neighborhood of Boston. And there is no more terrifying a postcard that you could receive from your sperm in Boston than a one that says, 'We're moving.' If I wanted to give you the gift of mobility, I would have left you where you were." Good Lord. I feel like they didn't tell me enough about the moving process to make me feel comfortable with it. You know, I just imagine the manager like walking into the receptionist's office being like, "Cynthia, can you just call me an Uber, please? I gotta move all these giant vats of sperm. Actually, just make it an Uber pool, it'll save us $4 or so." And that just opens the door in my mind to all the fucked up, like, nightmare scenarios. Like, I just imagine an episode of CSI where the detective is like, "Sir, I'm very sorry to inform you, but your wife is dead. We did find her body. Looks like it was an oncoming collision with an Uber pool. We have no leads at the moment, but her left eye is pregnant. Oh wait, we're getting an update here. It looks like we do have one suspect. It is a pink-haired transsexual from Oakland, California. I am so sorry for your loss." We are living under fascism, and I do feel like, I know. I hate to bring it up, but it's worth it for a punchline. I do feel like people have been getting more politicized on the internet lately. You may have noticed this. I have a friend who tweeted out a few weeks ago. She goes, "Well, it's as good a day as any. I got an abortion."
What?
And I thought, look, I fully support a woman's right to choose the language of her tweets, but I do feel like that was a little bit of a cavalier way of sharing some potentially deep information until I read the comments and I realized that what she was trying to say was, in 140 characters or less, I think today's as good a day as any to tell you that many years ago, I got an abortion, which I feel like is an extremely different message. Like, I read the original tweet, and I just imagine her waltzing into Planned Parenthood, being like, "It's as good a day as any. Let's get this shit done. I'm sorry, ma'am, but you're not pregnant. Well, you better in vitro fertilize that shit, because I'm killing a fetus today." There's people here who've heard me tell that joke 3 times, and I just want to say for the record that I've come to recognize that joke is really fucked up, because that's actually how our president thinks that abortion works. Like, he would literally retweet that tweet and be like, "Well, it's as good a day as any to roll back reproductive rights."
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. Jeez. I would like that to become my tagline as a comedian. I would like it to be like, "And now, welcome to the stage. Please make it loud for Adrienne. It's as good a day as any. Price." It's as good a day as any. I'm Adrienne Price. Thank you.
Adrienne Price, everyone. All right. right, there's a lot of you in here, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a very quick 5